तो आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Right. So students will be discussing some basic concepts about height and distances, and then we'll do the questions on that concept. Is it clear? Is it clear? बच्चे मुझे पता चलता रहे कि आप लोग प्रेजेंट हो, तो एटलीस्ट प्लीज आंसर द क्वेश्चंस, राइट? इज इट क्लियर? सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन? Anyone? Since I can't see you, you have to tell me. What do you mean by? There are three terms which you should know. First, line of sight, angle of elevation, and third thing is angle of depression. Let me explain this to you. Suppose students, I am standing in this room, right? So this is my height, this is my eyesight, right? If I wish to see upward, अगर मुझे कुछ ऊपर देखना है बच्चों, right? If I have to see, let's say this is a room, this is the floor, this is the wall, this is the ceiling, right? So I am standing here, let's say. This is my eyesight. If I have to see at this point, right? So the line through which I am looking at, I am looking like this. This line through which I am looking at is known as line of sight. Line of sight. When I am looking at the higher point, this line of sight makes the angle with the horizontal. This is horizontal. Horizontal means x-axis. Vertical means y-axis. The angle with this line of sight makes with the horizontal is known as angle of elevation. Is it clear? Now, suppose I am standing here and I wish to look at downward. I am looking at the downward. Let's say this point I am looking. Again, this line is line of sight in this case. Is it clear, students? This line is line of sight. And the angle this line of sight makes with this horizontal, let this is alpha. This angle is known as angle of depression. Is it clear? Is these three things clear, students? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Right. Now, another thing which you should know, let's say this is sun. Right? Suppose we are standing here. Is it clear? So sun की light आ रही है like this. So our shadow will be like this. This will be our shadow. यही होती है ना बेटा shadow. Suppose if you are standing, आपके पीछे से light पड़ रही है, तो your shadow will be formed. Isn't it? होता है ना बच्चों, shadow form होती है. So why shadow form? Because when the light is coming from your back, your shadow is formed. Now sun is at this height. The shadow is of this length. अगर सन ऊपर चला जाता है बच्चों, तो सन का जो एंगल है चेंज हो जाता है. Now this is the length of the shadow. Are you getting or not, students? अगर सन की हाइट आपने ऊपर कर दी, राइट, ठीक है, आपकी जो शेडो की लेंथ हो गई वो स्मॉल हो रही है. Your shadow has decreased in length. Yes or no? Now please tell me, let's say this angle is A, this is B. Which angle is greater? Which angle is greater? Let's say this length is capital A, this length is capital B. So which length is greater? right? So now when the angle of elevation of sun's altitude is greater, the length of the shadow is smaller, right? As the angle of elevation increases, the length of the shadow is decreasing. Have you understood? Student, अगर आप लोगों ने observe किया at the noon time, somewhere around 12 o'clock, सन जो होता है ना वो बिल्कुल हमारे टॉप पे होता है जी, हेड पे होता है, तो हमारी जो शेडो की लेंथ जो होती है वो सबसे स्मॉलर होती है जी, राइट? ठीक है, बिकॉज शेडो इज वेरी वेरी स्मॉल. जैसे जैसे सन नीचे आता रहता है, इफ यू सी इन द मॉर्निंग टाइम, सन इज नॉट एट द हाइट पॉइंट, योर लेंथ ऑफ द शेडो इज ग्रेटर. जैसे जैसे सन ऊपर जाता है बच्चे, लेंथ ऑफ द शेडो डिक्रीजेस. सो दिस कॉन्सेप्ट विल बी यूजिंग इन दिस चैप्टर. इज इट क्लियर? Now, when you do the questions of this chapter, you should know some basic concepts. Let's say when you are taking this, let's say this is a tower. This point is known as foot of the tower. This point is known as foot of the tower. Is it clear? This is known as top of the tower. Right? This is the point. Let's say this is the point. So what will be the description of this point? A point which is at a distance of, let's say the distance is 10 meter between. The point which is at a distance of 10 meter from the foot of the tower. So this point will be 10 meters. Let's say the angle of elevation of this point to the top of the tower is 45 degrees. Is this clear? So you should be able to decode the language. You should be able to understand the language of the question, right? Okay, ji? Is this clear, students? So the basic concept is, let's say we have made this diagram. This angle is 90 degree. So if you have to find the height of the tower, here angle of elevation is given. In this triangle, you have one acute angle also. You have to find the perpendicular. Base is given to you. The relation between base and perpendicular is tan theta. So you will be using this concept. So tan 45 is equal to h upon 10, right? So in this way, you will be using the concept. You should know the value of tan 45, tan 30, tan 60. Right, students? So the value of tan 45 is 1, 30 is 1 by root 3, and 60 is root 3. Is it clear, students? I thought कि शायद आपका कनेक्शन ही डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया, आवाज नहीं आ रही आप. Because जब वीडियो चल रहा होता है तो we can see whether you are there or not. But जब video is not working, so we have to depend on your voice only. So these three values, student, you should know, right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
चलिए अब हम कुछ क्वेश्चंस करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स. Let's say the first question. Look at this question, students. If a pole 6 meter high cast a shadow 2 root 3 meter long on the ground, then the sun's elevation is. Now, if you read the question here, you have to find the angle. What you have been given, let's say this is a pole. Its length is 6 meters. बच्चे विजिबल नहीं है? जी नहीं है ना विजिबल, मुझे भी नहीं लग रहा. बैक देखते हैं. Is this color visible now? थोड़ा सा विजिबल है, और कलर देख लेते हैं. आई थिंक व्हाइट तो बिल्कुल भी विजिबल नहीं है. This is the best visible. ये visible है नहीं, black ही visible है students, right? So now let's say ये देखना बच्चों, ये visible है, black ही ठीक है। तो अब क्वेश्चन देखिए बच्चों, क्या था क्वेश्चन, राइट? तो दिस इज द पोल ऑफ हाइट 6 मीटर। इस पोल की जो शेडो कास्ट हो रही है बच्चों, दैट इज 2√3 मीटर। What you have to find the angle of elevation of the sun's altitude. Means this angle you have to find. How you will find this angle? Tan theta will be equal to, tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, and perpendicular is 6 upon 2√3. Now how to solve this? If it becomes 3 upon √3, what it will be? बेटा √3 से √3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा। Now this 3 you can write, 3 can be written as √3 into √3. Is it visible? तो बच्चों एक √3 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, so you are left with tan theta is √3 and theta will be equal to 60 degree, right? So tan is √3 at 60 degree, so therefore the answer will be 60 degree. Understood the question? Next question look, देखिए बच्चों क्वेश्चन देखिए जरा। One evening, Kaushik was in a park. Children were playing cricket. Birds were singing on a nearby tree of height 80 meters. Right? He observed a bird on the tree at an angle of elevation of 45 degrees. Now see the question, bache. Right? Person was observing in the park. What he was observing? Children were playing cricket. तो यहाँ पे देखिए बॉल है, तो यहाँ पे क्रिकेट प्ले कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे बर्ड्स हैं बच्चे, राइट? Bird were singing on a nearby tree. He observed a bird on the tree at an angle of elevation. Now he observed the angle of elevation of this bird is 45 degree, right? Can you see the diagram or not, students? नहीं, मैं बना देता हूँ, कोई बात नहीं। मैं इसको डार्क कर देता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स। देखिए यहाँ पे ना ये देखिए, अब क्लियर है? अब क्लियर है स्टूडेंट्स? ये देखिए यहाँ पे एक बॉल है, दिस इज बॉल, दिस इज बर्ड, राइट जी? I'll dictate everything, right? Need not to worry, student. When a sixer was hit, अब वो कह रहा है कि जैसे क्रिकेट प्ले की ना, when a sixer was hit, a ball flew through the tree, frightening the bird to fly away. अच्छा, आप लोग क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं जी, किसी ने 6 मारा, जब बॉल आई तो ट्री पे जब लगने लगी तो जो बर्ड बैठे थे वो डर गए और वहां से उड़ गए। इज इट क्लियर? समझ आ रही है स्टोरी? हाँ जी। तो frightening the bird to fly away. In 2 seconds, he observed the bird flying at the same height and angle of elevation of 30 degree. अच्छा, बर्ड जो यहाँ पर थे बच्चे, वो यहाँ से उड़ के यहाँ पे आ गए, और अब जो एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन बन रहा है, दिस एंगल इज 30 डिग्री, राइट? Angle of elevation is 30 degree, and the ball flying towards him at the same height अच्छा, और बॉल उसकी तरफ आ रही है एट एन एंगल ऑफ 60 डिग्री, राइट जी? Is it any doubt? Now one thing he has given, the height of the tree is 80 meter, right? चलिए मैं एक बार डायग्राम बना देता हूँ बच्चों आपको, देन विल सी. I'll draw the diagrams so that you can understand. हाँ students, this is the diagram. Now see, bird was initially here. It makes an angle of 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. When the ball was hit, the birds flew from this point to this point, and now they make an angle of 30 degree. The ball was here, it makes an angle of 60 degree. The height of this tree is 80 meter. Have you understood, students? Now diagram is clear to you. So now we come back to the question. Right? Now look at the question, students. At what distance from the foot of the tree was he observing the bird sitting on the tree? Now what is the question? At what distance from the foot of the tree was he observing the bird sitting on the tree? Means he is initially at this point, right? Can you see this? So he is initially at this point. So how far is, at what distance from the foot of the tree was he observing the bird sitting on the tree? See how to, now see, he is sitting at this point, students. This is the tree. How far from the tree he is observing? This distance you have to find out. Now tell me what will be this distance. If I make it in the form of points. Anji, what you have to find? CD. Please tell me what will be CD. Yes, students.
80.
Anji, students. In triangle EDC, apply the trigonometry. In triangle EDC, tan 45 is equal to ED upon 1 equal to ED is 80. So CD will also be equal to. So he is observing from a distance of 80 meter. Is it clear? Is this clear, बच्चों? Yes or no? बेटा अगर कुछ ना क्लियर हो तो प्लीज नो भी बोल देना, कोई इश्यू नहीं है. Second question is, how far did the bird fly in the mentioned time? अच्छा, bird ने कितना distance fly किया? Means what you have to find. Bird was initially here. It has moved to this point. Now what we have to find? This distance. Means DG we have to find. How to find out DG? We have already find out CD. Can we find out the DG? How to find out? Apply in triangle FGC. कीजिए बच्चे, डीजी फाइंड आउट कीजिए जरा, प्लीज फाइंड आउट डीजी। प्लीज फाइंड आउट डीजी। यस बच्चों, क्या करना है आपको? नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड द लेंथ सीजी, देन सीजी माइनस सीडी विल बी द डीजी। सो एंगल हैव पीसी हाँ जी, हो गया। ये कर रखा है बेटा मैंने, इसको कीजिए ना आगे। tan 30 की वैल्यू 1/√3 इक्वल टू 80 अपॉन इक्वल टू, so what you have to find out dg, so dg will be equal to यानी कि 80√3 minus 80 which will be equal to, right? Is it clear? हाँ जी बच्चों, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
ये आ गया सेकंड पार्ट का आंसर। नाउ कम टू द थर्ड पार्ट। नाउ लुक एट द थर्ड पार्ट। और क्वेश्चन भी दिया है बेटा। आफ्टर हिटिंग द ट्री, how far did the ball travel in the sky when Kaushik saw the ball? बच्चे ये भी ठीक है जी। After hitting the tree, how far did the ball travel? हाँ जी, बॉल ने कितना ट्रैवल किया? मींस यहाँ पे तो आपका ये ट्री है जी, यहाँ पे ट्री पे हिट किया जी, उसके बाद बॉल यहाँ पे आ गई, तो कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया? यू हैव टू फाइंड AF, फाइंड आउट दिस डिस्टेंस। देखिए बच्चों, बट ही सेज ये ट्री है बच्चे, ये ट्री है। यहाँ से जब बॉल ने हिट किया यहाँ पे ट्री पे, तो बॉल हैज फ्लाइड टू दिस पॉइंट, क्योंकि जब उसने ऑब्जर्व किया तो बॉल वाज हियर। सो हाउ मच दिस डिस्टेंस इज, हाउ मच डिस्टेंस द बॉल हैज ट्रैवल्ड, प्लीज फाइंड आउट दिस डिस्टेंस। हाउ टू फाइंड आउट दिस डिस्टेंस? The angle is tan 60. Tan 60 is equal to, let's say, x 3. The distance, right, bachcho? So now ball has traveled means 80 plus 80 root upon √3. Is this step clear, students? Okay, bachcho, we have to find this distance. No talking, bachcho, no talking. What happened? Teacher present, please look into this. 80 and CD is 80 upon √3. So we have to find BD. It will be 80 minus 80 upon √3. इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं बच्चों। Right? So this is how to be √3 minus 1 upon √3. इसको आप रैशनलाइज कर लीजिए स्टूडेंट्स। Comes out to be 3 into √3 means 3 minus √3. The answer, right? This is the OR part. Now comes to the next part. Students. What is the speed of the bird in meter per minute if it had flown 20 into √3 plus 1 meter? अब उन्होंने क्या कहा है कि हमें इसकी स्पीड निकालनी है मीटर पर मिनट। नाउ जस्ट लुक, you have to find the speed, right? You have to find the speed of the bird in meter per minute if it had flown this much. Now, how much time the bird has taken? 2 seconds, right? So, bird has taken the time. Bird has taken 2 seconds, and the distance flown by the bird is 20 into root 3 plus 1. So, you need to solve this. Now, students, you have to find the speed meter per minute. No talking, bache, no talking. Now, the formula for speed is upon time. Distance upon time. What is the distance it has covered? 20 into root 3 plus 1. How much time it has covered? In 2 seconds. Now this will be meter per second. Since we need to find out into meter per minute. So 1 minute में 60 seconds होते हैं बच्चों. So multiply this by 60. So what this comes out to be? 600 into root 3 plus 1 meter per minute. That will be the speed of the bird in meter per minute, right? So please be careful while you attempting this question. Here the unit they have asked for was meter per minute. Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood? Anything not clear? Chaliye students, so we'll finish off here only today. So thank you very much for joining.